What is up, everyone? All right, I'm so excited for this video. I was just doing a little teaser on my Instagram stories and was just sharing about how there are some new launches from e.l.f. and Rare Beauty and Kosas that I'm so excited to try on. And y'all, some of the e.l.f. products. So you're gonna see all of those on my face today. We're gonna just chat and get ready together and try out some new products. I love doing these videos once a month. If you enjoy them, definitely subscribe, stick around. I do these a lot and I love just chatting with you guys and putting on makeup. It's just so fun to me and very, very like therapeutic. But I did wanna take a second to thank today's video sponsor, which is Warby Parker. I have loved Warby Parker glasses for years now. That is what I'm wearing here. And I'm constantly wearing them in my Instagram stories and I get so many questions from you guys. Even still, even though I talk about Warby Parker all the time, even still I get questions about where they are from, what style they are. These are from Warby Parker. They are the Esme style. I love them. I also have the Vaughn style, which is very similar. I think they're a little bit smaller. I think I like the Esme ones the best out of them though, and that's what you're always seeing me in. So if you've never heard of Warby Parker, they offer amazing vision care both online and in stores, and they offer eyeglasses, sunglasses, contact lenses, and eye exams, which is really cool. And their glasses start at $95, and that includes prescription lenses. And it's really easy. You just head to their site and take a quick quiz, and they will match you with different eyeglass frames they think you might like based on your answers. And then you can pick 5 of the frames to be sent to your home for free so that you can actually try them on your face. And I love it because you get to try on a lot of different styles, see what they actually look like on your face shape, your face width, where your eyes are set on your face. You know what I mean? We all look so different and glasses look different on all of us. And I also like that not only do I get to see what I look like in them, but I can get feedback from my husband, my family and friends to see which ones they think look the best on me as well, which is cool. And the thing is, they're really high quality. Like, these feel nicer than any other glasses I've owned in the past. And the fact that the price point is so much more reasonable is just incredible to me. And like I said, I have my prescription in these, and then I also have the blue light lens technology in them as well, because I'm like most of you guys, I look at a screen so much of the day, and so I feel like that is an amazing thing to be able to add into your eyeglasses. So if you want to try out Warby Parker's free home try-on program, you can go to warbyparker.com/Jessica Braun, and there you'll be able to take the quick quiz. You can pick out 5 different frames to be sent to your home for free, no obligation to buy, and the best thing is it ships to you for free, and they give you a prepaid return shipping label. So it's super easy. Again, just go to warbyparker.com/Jessica Braun. I will have that link down at the top of the description box as well if you need it. Thank you again, Warby Parker, for sponsoring this portion of the video. So now let us go back in time, baby, because we got to try out this makeup. Strap in. Let's do this. So we have a lot of e.l.f. stuff to play with, a lot of new stuff. And you know what? They have a new lip launch. It's like this lip stain and these triangular lip liners that I'm really excited to try. I hadn't even heard of. I do feel like I've been kind of out of the loop the past few weeks or even past few months. Really, like with the holiday season and then into this new year, I don't feel like I've been on Instagram as much and like all of that. So I feel like I'm not as on top of what has been launched. But we're gonna try a bunch of e.l.f. stuff. We have some new stuff from Rare Beauty, and Kosas redid their 10-second eye watercolor gel, whatever they call it, eyeshadow. And this, I really liked the one of these they used to have in Globe, but I'm wondering why they reformulated it. And if you recall, I loved that. And I know like Jamie Page was the reason I even wanted to try it because she loved it, loves it. But I don't know, mine separated and got really weird. So I wonder if that's why they've reformulated it, just to kind of make it less susceptible to whatever that weird separation it was. I don't actually know, but I am excited to try it. So let's do this. Double fisting as usual, super Disneyed up. I know you're gonna ask where I got them. Both of them were from Disney World. I might be able to link these. I'm not sure. I'll see what I can find. But first things first, I need to moisturize my face. Actually, really, I need some SPF. Also, you know what song is stuck in my head? If you have not seen Encanto on Disney Plus, oh my gosh, you guys, it is pretty good. I have to say, I was talking to my brother and he was like, I didn't really like it. And so he watched it a second time. I'm like, dude, it was so good. He was still like, I don't get it. Why do people like, I'm like, okay, what is wrong with you? And I told him, I've come to a realization. I get very bothered when people I love so much don't love the same things I love. And I know that is like messed up, but that is just how I feel. So can't explain it, but I was like upset at him. Anyways, so let's dive into this first product I wanted to try, and it's an e.l.f. one. It's their Power Grip Primer. This seems vaguely familiar. It reminds me of the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer. So I grabbed this because I wanted to kind of at least swatch them side by side and see if they're similar, because boy, do they look like the same product. All right, so that is the Mint Melt. This is the new one, the Power Grip. You know, the Power Grip one might not be as sticky as the Mint Melt one is, but I mean, it'd be very slight. So it could be a slight reformulation of this, or I think that this Mint Melt line, is it limited edition? Do you guys know? And if so, maybe they wanted to basically take it and make it full edition. That's not what you call it. You know what I mean? Like full term. Nope. What do they call that? A year-round, every weather product. Anyway, so I liked this Mint Melt Cooling Primer. I know Taylor Wynn, this is one of her favorites too. I just don't always use primer. So it's one of those things that I've enjoyed it when I've used it, but I don't reach for it a lot just because I don't reach for primer like that a lot. But we're gonna give it a whirl. I'm gonna really focus it here and just kind of press it in. I feel like this kind of primer, the more you rub it, the less effective it's gonna be at what you want it to do. You know what I mean? And I am definitely someone that is an over rubber. I just rub and rub and rub, baby. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I'm trying to be better about, especially with primer that's supposed to be gripping or pore filling, to just like get it on there and let it do its thing. Leave it alone. Let it sink in for a sec. So I just pulled this up. It says it's supposed to grip makeup for long lasting wear all day, moisturizes, preps, and gives skin a soft focus effect. I definitely feel like it was a little more moisturizing than a lot of similar primers, which is nice. I feel like it's even a little bit more moisturizing than like the Milk Hydro Grip one, which I am certain this is supposed to be similar to. And really the cooling face primer was really similar to, which makes sense. So I'll keep testing this out. I'll let you know in a future dupes video if I think it's actually a dupe. You'll get to see them side by side, because I do think this is pretty close, y'all. But it feels good. Like, it feels good on my skin. So that is always nice. So the next product we're gonna try is a clear brow product from e.l.f. But I need to throw on some foundation and concealer first, so I'll be right back. Oh, I never finished telling you what was stuck in my head. I'll just tell you while I'm doing it. I don't know why I said I'd be right back, because I knew I'd end up just chatting the whole time. This is the Wet n Wild Dewy foundation. It's one of my favorites. I really, really like it, and it just happens to be really inexpensive. Anyway, the song from that movie, everyone, all the like listicle type sites like BuzzFeed, etc., are constantly like, yeah, that one song, We Don't Talk About Bruno, no. I just butchered it. But that song, everyone's like, yeah, that's the one that's like stuck in everyone's head. And I'm like, wrong. The song Surface Pressure is stuck in my head, where it's the older, like super strong sister, and she's like, pressure like a drip, 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 that'll never stop. Whoa. That song, are you freaking kidding me, is a bop. Like, that one is constantly playing in my head. I was listening to it in the car this morning, like on repeat. It's so good. And my daughter, my little 3-year-old, was listening to it in her bedroom and singing along, and I'm like, yeah, she gets it. It's the best song. The movie's called Encanto, like I said. I read a thing that was saying that it's one of the few movies where there's not an actual villain. The villain is like familial issues, and like there's not an actual villain in it, which I think is kind of cool and refreshing. So I have a lot of experience with this Wet n Wild product, obviously, and that went on really smoothly on top of that primer. Like, enough so that I do feel like the middle of my face looks less textured than it normally does, and like I feel like the foundation's sitting very nicely on top of it. So could this be the primer that makes me actually use primer every day? We'll see, but maybe. I mean, because I do actually feel like it looks different. Like, even my chin, my whole T-zone looks more perfected than it normally would. So that is exciting. Just throwing on the Neutrogena Radiant Creamy Concealer. I did that concealer declutter a few weeks ago, which I can link, and got rid of like a ton of concealers. This is one that I just still felt like I wasn't totally sure how I felt. So I've been using it. I really like it. It's grown on me a lot. It has a little more coverage than you might guess. I don't know. I always feel like Neutrogena products, I've only tried some, but of the ones I have tried over the years, I always feel like they're more of like a chill, low coverage type thing. But this actually has like, I would say medium coverage at least, which is exactly what I like. I'm gonna quickly run the e.l.f. Wow Brow through my brows before we put in this brow lift, because it's clear, and I think the idea is that it's meant to get your brows into the shape you want them. So I have to assume that that's meant to be put on after you've already like done what you want color-wise with your brows, you know what I mean? I definitely, in 2022, I'm wanting to get back in the full face of different brands bandwagon because those are so much fun to do. How long ago was it that I did like a full face of e.l.f.? I think it's been a minute, so it might be time. So this is the e.l.f. Brow Lift, and there's a little brush that you can buy that is the Brow Lift applicator. So the Brow Lift itself looks like this, and it's got this like jelly. It's a little more malleable than you might think. You know how there are some brow, like clear brow gels, if you want to, pomades maybe, that are really like hard and you actually like have to kind of spray it or spray your brush to be able to like get the spoolie in there. This is definitely more jelly-like. And then the applicator looks like it's got two sides. So it's got like this little spatula side and then this spoolie side. So it says it's a clear eyebrow shaping wax, extreme hold, and it holds your brows in place for a fluffy soap brow feathered look. It says bend spoolie end of applicator and gently dip into gel on clean brows, brush up and out while pressing down for your desired shape. Use the flat end of the applicator to press brows into place until set. So I'm just gonna kind of get it in there, I guess. So let me kind of get them how I want them. And then I guess I just like literally, oh wow. Oh wow, that's gonna be some extreme hold. I can already feel it. The pressing down motion really did make a difference though. I feel like this is like an easier way to do soap brows if that's the vibe you're into, and it certainly would hold your brows down in place. My concern is less, and this is specific for my brows, my concern is less that they're laying flat and more that they are not like sticking up this way. You know what I mean? So kind of depends on your main eyebrow concerns, but it's not like this takes a lot of time. So that's nice. I was kind of concerned when I saw the tool. I'm like, is this gonna take forever? Like, is this just gonna be super involved? But it's really not. You could just do that and move on. You don't even have to take the time to press it down, but I'm just kind of curious. So there we go. I do feel like those, I mean, they look like a little bit fluffy, but they're not going anywhere. Okay, e.l.f., if I'm being honest, I kind of went into trying this product as like, I'll probably think it's okay, but like not reach for it much. But that was really easy to do, and it looks the way I like my brows to look. And if it's gonna hold them in place really well, that is amazing. So I would say if you are in need of a new brow gel, or you just really need something to hold your brows in place, I would give that a try. I don't think you have to have the applicator, but honestly, I would, just because it's not crazy expensive. And if you know you want to try the pushing down thing, this really was perfect for that. Plus, you could use it for other things. You could scoop out product with it, whatever you want. Another product I wanted to try is from Rare Beauty. All of this was PR. You guys know I buy a lot of the makeup I try. Some is sent in PR. I give it to you straight either way. But this is the light setting powder. And I watched a short little video of Selena like putting this on and showing how she uses it. And she was talking about how happy she was with the packaging of this. I'll show you. So she said that this, when you open the little sifter part, it will close and snap into place so that it's not gonna be like spilling powder all over your makeup bag or anything, which I think is awesome. So I'm just gonna tap some into the lid here. And I'm just gonna start by just setting my under eye, because that's really the concern right now. I wanna make sure that is set, and I might go in later with powder elsewhere, but I wanna use a couple of other cream products. This PR package had come with like a hoodie that says Rare Beauty, and it's super comfy. And being like 7 months pregnant, it actually fit, which was nice. I was wearing it in an Instagram story the other day, and so many of you guys were like, please tell me this means you got the PR package and that you're gonna try the new bronzing sticks that she came out with, and we're gonna try those today. I am so excited. So comparing this eye with it and this without, I actually think the powder looks nice. I don't think I like it with this concealer, and that's always so tricky because that's just the concealer I use today. So this is one of those I'm gonna have to try with a few other concealers to see. I generally like loose powders on my under eye. I feel like they end up making the area look nice and flat, like the number 7 Lift and Illuminate one. That is one of my absolute favorite under eye powders. It just flattens the area. It's like 12 bucks from Target. Oh my gosh, if you're gonna place a Target order, add that to your cart. I'll link it below, because it is truly one of the prettiest, best under eye powders I've ever used. Anyway, I think that looks nice though. Like I said, I'm gonna come back to this. I'll revisit and try it some more with other concealers and let you know how I like on the under eyes. And I will probably, if I remember, put this on later in the video all over, but there's too much else we gotta try, guys. Let's do the eyes, however. Let's do the Kosas. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Their new 10-second eyeshadow. So we have a lot of different shades here. So the packaging is different. I don't know if like Kosas hired someone new to do like their designs and stuff, but their packaging is freaking rad. Like, it's just cool. Their eyebrow things, I'm not even the biggest fan of a lot of their eyebrow products, but it's so freaking pretty. All right, so we've got Heat, Electric, Simmer, Blaze, and Fiery. These are all, I mean, these were really easy to apply, really pretty. I'm excited to see, well, I mean, it was easy to apply to my hand. I'm excited to see what these look like on the eye. I think I wanna try Heat, and that's the one that was right here, just because it looks kind of like rosy. So they say it's a clean eyeshadow that glides on like gel watercolor to make eyes instantly pop, infused with liquid skincare for lids. Swipe on lid, blend upwards, one eye at a time. Okay, I guess I'll do it with my finger and just see. And I remember, yeah, that these would just kind of, I don't want to say blend away, because that is what's kind of special about these, is that they just really quickly look like you tried harder than you did. But you have just that little bit, I mean like 10 seconds, you have that little bit of time to just kind of blend it. It's a little bit cooling on the eyes. And it's just one of those like, I think, supermodel-y watercolor, like it just took me 10 seconds. Eyeshadow look that can look really, really pretty even without liner and mascara. Like it just looks pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it to the other eye. I might tap a little bit more on the lid when we're done, just because I want that like shimmery look that you get when you first like swipe it on, you know? But this does remind me of the original 10-second eyeshadow, but maybe a little bit better, you guys. It feels very similar. Let's try this one with just the brush. This is how I used to do Globe. I would just kind of tap it on that lid and then just blend it. I've told the story 1,000 times, but I tried to fly. Like I had makeup packed, we were traveling, and I tried to fly with that shade, Globe, and it just separated and got weird ever since that trip. And so, okay, I think I like it better with the brush, don't you? I feel like it blended a little more evenly. It's not that different. I think it's just a little bit easier to control where you're getting it if you just grab a clean brush. Just gonna tap some on the lid area. I love these kinds of eyeshadows. They've really grown on me recently because, I don't know, I'm just kind of, do you guys ever feel just eyeshadowed out? Every time I do my makeup, I always put eyeshadow on, and I mean, this is eyeshadow too. But like I always am using like 3 or 4 shades, and it ends up looking the same anyway. I don't know, I think I'd rather go without eyeshadow, and that can look really nice, or just something simple like this, a one eyeshadow look. I'm digging that. I'm curious, I'm excited to get some liner mascara on with it too, just to see, but I like that color. That was the one in Heat. It's one that I think when I just swatched it, I'm like, maybe, but like on the actual eye, in actuality, I love how it catches the light in different spots, like, The other one that I would say looks really, really nice, if you were like thinking about buying them, is this one in Blaze. I think these lighter ones will be pretty. I mean, they're already like a watercolory type eyeshadow. I wonder if, depending on your skin tone, because if you're anywhere near mine, these might be too light for you, just because they might just blend in. Now, you might like that because it might give a nice little shimmer that's there, but not as detectable. So just depends on what you like. But another thing that's like bonus points for this product is that it really does dry. Once you've got time to blend, but once you're done, it dries and you're not worried about it like creasing or anything. I will be curious though, if you are someone that does get a lot of eye creasing, if you've tried this product or the old formulation, was it one that creased on you or did it stay pretty well? Because I'm not one that has to deal with that too badly, but I would be curious how these would hold up if you do get creasing a lot. So the liner we're gonna use is from Milk. This is their Kush Liquid Eyeliner. This one has a felt tip, feels very dry. You see, it's like, it's just so dry. So I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be. The reviews on this seem a little mixed. Let me see. Yeah, it's only got like 3 stars. Some people are saying it comes off really easily. This person, I normally love the brand, but I was severely let down. It seems to dry out after the first use. Dried up after literally 1 use. So, cool. We're gonna try it. I am gonna go in with another liner though, just the Makeup by Mario is one of my favorites, just to tightline a bit. All right, we're gonna give her a whirl. We're just gonna try to do like a wing, you know? Oh my God, it's so dry. I mean, I can barely, no, I'm absolutely not doing this. This may be the worst liquid liner I've ever used. Like, what? And this is not cheap. I'm just like astounded by this. This is like bad. I haven't had this like kind of a reaction in a minute. Like literally every other liquid liner I've ever used at any price point is way better than this. I'm just gonna go in with the Revolution. It's from Ulta. The Renaissance Flick, this is like $9 or $10. I'm glad I looked it up though, because at least I feel like I would have wondered if this was just, you know, like, oh, I just got a dud or something like that. But the fact that multiple reviews mention that. So that was a huge fail, but let's try a mascara I've heard really good things about. This is not like brand new, but you know, it's new to me, okay? It's the Bite Beauty Upswing mascara. Volumizing, lengthening, lifting, curl enhancing, smudge resistant, intense color. You know, like every mascara claims to be. So we'll see. It's got like goldish packaging, a real big daddy of a wand, but it does have a natural bristle, which I tend to prefer. All right, here goes nothing. Okay, I can tell you right now, this is a drier formula. I tend to like drier formulas, assuming they don't dry up too fast. Kind of feels like the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, where the day you open it, it's already a little bit dry. But a lot of times I feel like, I don't know, it can really stack on top of itself like multiple coats really well and quickly because it is drier. Whereas with the wet formula, I always feel like I have to like wait between coats to let it dry, you know? So just with that first coat, I think that looks nice. It's really nice and curled and kind of fanned out like a doe-eyed type of, you know, mascara. I don't even feel like I would need a second coat. I might anyway, just because I always do. I have to say though, still my like favorite mascara. I have a lot of favorites, but one of the best ones I've ever tried that I've repurchased so many times is like $5 at Target. It's like the Lash Extension Mascara. I'll link it. It is so freaking good. Does not flake or smudge, does not budge. Like, it is unbelievably good. In my mind, I'm comparing every mascara I tried to that one because that one is so easy to apply and so unbelievable looking on the lashes. And of course, the price point is unbelievable. So then I'm like, well, then is it worth spending $20 or $25 on a mascara if that one is so freaking good? And it's so much cheaper, you know? And that brings me to a question I have for you guys. Like, are you someone that's brand loyal? Like, if you find a makeup brand you really like, that you end up going and buying a lot from the brand over the years because of that, like, you know, good experience you've had? Or are you someone that just loves to try various different things? I, obviously doing what I do and like talking about and trying makeup on the internet, obviously I try all kinds of stuff, but I do still feel like I have a few brands that I'm kind of loyal to, that like if they have a new launch, I'm instantly like perked up, like, ooh, tell me more. You know what I mean? And I want to try it. And then there are other brands that I'm like, you know, yeah, if I try it, I try it, but I'm not like dying to. So I think that looks nice. That's basically like, I would say 1.5 coats on each. I mean, you lose count because you're just constantly doing this, but I think that looks really good. So I'm excited to try that some more. My only fear will be if that dries out really quickly. One of the newest products from Rare Beauty is their Warm Wishes stick. It's a bronzer stick. I have 2 shades here and I have a brush to apply it with, which I'm really curious to use. I love the packaging on this. I just feel like it's just pretty. It's easy. Oh my gosh. This one is in Power Boost, and then this one is in Happy Soul. Oh, I get it. SOL Soul. That's cute. See, now I'm torn. Maybe we'll start with the lighter one, just given my skin tone. At first, when I was just watching these, first of all, they're crazy creamy. Crazy creamy. Oh, that's nice too. I was worried when you put it on, I thought it would just kind of sit on, but that is very pleasing to me. So let's try the lighter one. When I watched her use this, she just kind of did 1 line there, like 2 little lines there, and she did a jawline one, which I don't always do my jawline. And then the brush is this one, and it is called the Soft Pinch Brush. So this you can use for her blush, but she also mentioned you can totally use it for the bronzer. So we're just gonna try it. I might do the other side with one of my normal brushes I use just to see. It's an EcoTools one, and I'm so used to using that I'm kind of wondering if I would instantly like this better if I'm using a brush I'm used to using for this kind of product. You know what I mean? Doing the jaw feels weird, but honestly, my jaw looks good, girl. So I like that it blended in really easily. Like, that was super creamy. I don't feel like it totally blended away the foundation underneath, which is hard to find. And just the creaminess of it does make it really easy. So gonna try it again on the other side, but I wanna use a brush I would typically use for that. It's this Eco Tools blending and bronzing one. I love this. I have multiples of it and I just absolutely love it. So I use it constantly. So we're gonna do the same thing. I guess I'll do the jaw again. We're gonna use this brush. I just feel like, yeah, it instantly diffuses product like this so much easier because it is a little bit bigger. It's looking very natural though. I mean, it's obviously still a bronzer, which you want. I mean, you want to be able to see it a little bit, but I feel like it's diffusing itself so easily. Holy moly. Okay, I might have put this a little high. Wishful thinking. Instantly, just using the Rare Beauty one brush-wise versus the Eco Tools, I think the Eco Tools still like you can still see the bronzer color. Whereas this almost blended it away too much. And again, this is not, I mean, it's meant for the blush technically. So I'm gonna put a little bit more on with this brush just because I like the way that looks. But again, so easy to blend. This is as if, like if you took the Say Sun Melt Cream Bronzer, which I love, but it's in a pot. This is like if you took that and put it in stick form, you would get this product. And stick form is so easy to apply. Oh my gosh. Now I'm concerned about my crazy jawline. Looking like someone that's not a professional did it, because someone that's not a professional did it. All right, wow. This is really making me excited. I feel like it can look really natural. Again, I'll keep playing with it and try the other shade as well, because this is much more for me an everyday kind of bronzer, but the shade a little bit darker in Happy Soul might be good for when I'm wanting a little bit more of that bronzer shade to shine through. So very happy about this. I really like the way it looks. So this is the whole reason I did the video right there, baby. So she also launched some new colors in their Soft Pinch liquid blush line. And I wanted to swatch them for you guys. I've tried the other ones, but I think that these are all dewy. So I've tried the matte ones and the dewy ones. The shades I've always liked have always been like Bliss, I think is my favorite shade, and that one's in the matte line. And I always wish it was in the dewy line. So I'm very excited to have some other shade. Oh, that's gonna be the one, I can tell you right now. I'm using a different lip balm than Aquaphor and it's really letting me down. This one is in the shade Hope. I think this is a new shade. If you are like me, I mean, that is totally exactly what I like in a blush. Oh yeah, baby. But a little bit does go a long way, as she says. And so really you only need one dot, and she applied it with her fingers. They have the brush, but she applied it with her fingers, and I think I'm gonna try it that way. This is in Encourage. Oh, that one is really pretty too. Such a pretty like wintry berry. Oh my gosh. Now I'm torn. And this one's a bit deeper in Believe. So we've got Hope, Encourage, and Believe. That's cute. So Hope is definitely gonna be the one I try today, but I think Encourage might be another one I'm excited to try. Believe might be a little deep for me. So I'm gonna do it the way she did it. She literally, see, the thing is, when you like first pull it out, a lot of product is on there. So I was gonna dot it right on, but I think I'm gonna just dot it like that, like she did, wipe my finger off, and then just kinda, that tiny bit goes so far. So definitely switch between like clean fingers, you know what I mean? Tiniest bit. You are never gonna run out of this. This is such a unique blush formula to me because it's so soft and creamy, but you need the tiniest amount and it just blends and it doesn't lift up the makeup. So, man. And of course you can always, I always go in with my foundation brush and just kind of tap the edges so it looks a little more uniform, you know? And then I might pop a little bit more just on the apple because then now I feel like I like wore it away. And she like really rubbed. So like I'm tapping it in, but you can rub it in if you really want, you know? It just looks like such a natural flush. So really digging that. I like that it's not the matte formula, and this is not dewy. You know what I mean? Like you're not seeing shimmer, but it just, I feel like looks a little bit healthier on the skin. The matte ones are beautiful too, but this is, I can already tell you my new favorite shade. This is going right in my vanity in the shade Hope because that's just nice. So I'll have to try it in the future with the brush. I gotta get all that bronzer off of it, but try it with the brush too to just see if it diffuses even easier than with your finger. So I'm gonna throw on the Milani Baked Highlighter. You guys know how much I love this, real fast. And then I wanna try that powder that we already used, the Always an Optimist powder, on my T-zone. And then we're gonna do the e.l.f. lip products because I'm so excited to give that a whirl. I forgot, there's a brush that you can buy with it. It's the Always an Optimist powder brush. So we're just gonna do our T-zone with it and see how that looks. Trying to decide, you know, does it just make my skin look drier or does it like blur it? Because for me, I don't want to go in and do a loose powder if it's just going to make my skin look drier. Because I'm not as worried. I mean, yes, I'm worried about longevity of makeup, but my real thing is I'd rather it make my skin look a little more blurred than dry. And longevity is great, but any of them are going to give you a little more longevity. I think that looks nice. Like even I have like, you know, fine lines there. And I feel like it even blurred that. Let's try these lip freaking products from e.l.f. I am so excited. So the first thing we're going to try are these lip liners. These are their Love Triangle Lip Filler Liners. We have 3 shades and they really do have like a triangular tip. And there are a few high-end brands that do that have that kind of triangular tip. And I'm going to look up how you're supposed to use it, like why triangle, you know what I mean? Because it's interesting. So we have mauve, soft pink, and light brown. And then I want to, before I pick which one to use, the other product we're going to be trying are these e.l.f. lip stains. I wish they put like what the actual freaking thing is called on it. Drives me insane. But I have 2 shades, Basic Beige and Pinkies Up. So that's Basic Beige, that's Pinkies Up. Just kidding, I also have a third one. It was in the bottom of my bag there, in Power Mauve. Wow, this one has a lot more pigmentation than the other ones did. Right there. Probably the move that makes the most sense is to do soft pink with Power Mauve. I feel like looking at these swatches, that middle one is soft pink and then that's Power Mauve. Those would go really well together. Honestly, I mean, you can kind of cross a little bit there. Ooh, they do stain. I'm trying to wipe it off with an actual makeup wipe. And so that's good to know that, because I was like, maybe I'll try all 3 on, but they're just all gonna stain. So I'll just pick one. Let me look up though the triangular lip thing. Okay, first of all, these are only $4, these lip liners. That's amazing. Doubles as an all-over lip color to fill in your lips with highly pigmented color. One swipe pigment with a semi-matte finish, long-lasting. So unique triangle shape creates precise lines to sculpt, contour, and add dimension. Use the tip of the unique triangular shape to line lips or use the full triangle to fill in the rest of the lips. So it's just the idea of kind of the angle you hold it. It is pretty smooth, I have to say. Now I'm like, I might go ahead and fill them in and then go on with the stain just because I want to see what this looks like on its own. I am a huge proponent of using lip liner as lipstick because sometimes it's just easier. A lot of times it stays in place better because it's literally lip liner. And nowadays you can find lip liners like this that are creamier and more comfortable. So they're not like a super dry formula all over your lips, you know? Looks nice. That's a nice shade. This is soft pink. So I definitely feel like it's super smooth, really easy to wear all over your lips if you want. And the triangular shape didn't bother me, like trying to line my lips with it. It still felt pretty easy and natural, but I like that it can kind of double because it does have a bigger surface area. It can double as like filling it all the way in. So let's go in with Power Mauve. Boy, these colors could not have gone better together. I know by filling it in, we're not getting to see like this color in all its glory, but honestly, they look so good together, I don't even care. It's kind of a unique color. It's like almost reddish. Isn't it kind of unique? I'm wondering if it's gonna come across like in the actual screen the way I'm seeing it in person. It's like reddish pink, but still toned down, but it looks good. I really like the way this looks. Holy crap. Oh, this is so exciting. Also, I like that with this packaging, I like that you can kind of see the color through it. That looks very like YSL like to me. I can't explain it. It looks nice. So we tried 10 different products. I'm gonna give you my top like 4 or 5 because I can't do 3. There's too many. And then of course I'll share my least favorite because I feel like it can be overwhelming to watch someone try a lot of products, I know. So to kind of narrow it down, I think the top products that if I were you and I were like wanting to buy a couple new pieces of makeup, the ones I would off the bat, first impressions, already recommend is the Rare Beauty bronzer sticks. These are so easy to blend, so creamy, holy cannoli. I would say if you're anywhere near me, I liked Power Boost, but you might, if you want it to be a little more bronzery, you might go with Happy Soul. Either way, they're so creamy, I think you're gonna be happy either way. I really, really, really enjoyed these e.l.f. lip stains. It's feeling so nice. I know it will stain, so it's kind of nice. As the day goes on, it's not gonna wear off. It's gonna still, you know, it will wear off, but the color will be there. And I just think back to my teaching days when I would try to wear lip color in the morning, and my gosh, by like an hour and a half into the day, I'm like, well, that's gone. So having a lip stain, if you've got a job or whatever, or you just, in your own life, you just want your lips to stay a different color. These just feel so nice and they do stain. So I really, 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 really enjoyed the Kosas new 10-second eyeshadow formula. It is so similar to the old. I'm not even totally sure they changed anything, but I love the packaging with the purple. I just think whoever's doing designs for their products is doing a great job. They need a raise. But I just think it looks so pretty. And doesn't it look like I'm wearing a couple of shadows? And y'all saw that was one shadow and like a brush maybe. And I don't even think you have to have a brush with it. They're so easy to work with. You can't screw them up. If you feel like kind of intimidated by cream shadows, these are probably the least intimidating ones I've ever tried because you really can just blend and they always look nice. They always look good. So very, very excited about that. And I also really liked these e.l.f. lip liners. I'm excited to play with them some more. I want to see if they have a red shade because I've been super into red lipsticks lately. Some things that I still just need to play with more, like the Power Grip Primer. I really do like the way everything looks. I think it actually made a difference. So I'm pretty excited to keep using this, but I don't know yet that I would give like my stamp of approval. Same with the brow lift. I mean, my brows are not going really anywhere, but they still actually feel kind of soft, but I like the way they look. So that's pretty cool. The Rare Beauty powder, gonna keep playing with, not totally sure how I feel. Same with the brushes, not totally sure. And I already knew I liked the Rare Beauty cream, like liquid blushes. And then probably the bottom two of everything I tried, you already know what the worst one was, this Milk Kush liquid liner. Woof, woof, woof. Stay so far away, you guys. So bad. And then the Bite mascara I really liked. So I shouldn't even say the bottom, I really liked it. I'll just keep using it and wearing it. It just, my thing is, it doesn't feel any different than like really good drugstore ones. So there's that, but it is really, really nice and I still would recommend it. We did it. That was so much fun. So I want to continue doing these once a month. If you enjoy seeing these kinds of just like chatty, trying new makeup videos, let me know if you do by giving it a thumbs up. It certainly helps me out here on YouTube with the algorithm. And of course, if you subscribe, it helps me out immensely. And as I mentioned in another video, it's kind of nice because if you like my style of videos, if you subscribe to my channel, of course, you'll get to see my videos in your subscription feed, but YouTube will also start recommending similar channels, similar styles to mine in your feed because you've subscribed to mine. So if that is something that would interest you and it certainly helps me out, that would be amazing. And yeah, I keep trying to, these stains are not going anywhere, man. And again, if you want to try out Warby Parker, you can try 5 pairs of glasses on for free by going to warbyparker.com/Jessica Braun. And of course, it ships to you for free. There's no obligation to buy, and it includes a prepaid return shipping label for you to send it back. So I have the link right at the top of my description box if you want to order your free home try-on kit. Thank you again, Warby Parker, for sponsoring a portion of this video and continuing to support my channel. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye.